Years of practice. Look at this. Look at us. We're here. We're in it.
Who am I talking to?
Oh, you're talking to that. That's a camera.
Right.
You see it?
I do.
I got some questions for you. That sounds ominous, but it's not. Not at all. So we gotta get through this because you got morning announcements, don't you?
I do.
You do. All right. So here is your here are your questions. So to start off this interview, you need to say your name, how long you've been working here, and what your job description is.
My name is Darren Laabs. I am the activities director / assistant principal. Some people call me Slash, some don't. I have been in Princeton since '92, I believe. I was a fourth grade teacher at North Elementary. It was called North Elementary at the time, for 12 years. Then I received my administrative degree and went to Mora for 2 years and was a dean of students. And then I was here as an assistant principal for 3 years before being assigned the activities directing roles, and that happened 11 years ago. So I'm an old dude. I've loved every job that I've had in education, from umping to coaching to ADing to APing to being a fourth grade teacher. I just love it, and I still have great energy for it.
Nice. Good answer.
I guess I'm inspired by the people around me. Debbie inspires me, Muck. And it's never always the same person. Sometimes it's music. Sometimes it's a podcast. Kids inspire me, actually. There's a couple of kids that I worked with yesterday, and I came into my office and I told Debbie, I said, that kid makes me want to be better. And it was student council kids, and I don't want to mention their names, but so yeah, I'm inspired by different people, but kids mostly. I wake up every morning and I make decisions that I think are going to be best for our students, and more the adults have kind of crept into our decision making, and I always have to kind of right size myself and say, this is about the experience of our students, and so I guess I'm inspired by them too. Driven to make sure that they get some things out of this experience here.
Absolutely. Very good.
I loved seeing you in the many different things that you did. I still have to put my slideshow together. Remember a while back when I would just say, hey, let's do a selfie.
Let's take a picture,
yeah.
Oh, man.
And, I started to get to know your sense of humor probably when it was swimming and you were carrying that picture of me in the blue shirt and tie. And I thought that was very clever to bring the AD with you always, even at home meets when he wasn't there. And, I guess that my favorite thing is just the always the chance encounters, and I love the selfie thing. I like that you were willing to do that, and that that's just us having a moment. And, I think we'll do one before this one's done, and we'll do one at graduation, and then there'll be a nice slideshow for you too, because I have them.
Oh, love that. All right.
The high school is a place that has seen 8th graders turn into 9th graders, turn into 10th graders, and so forth. So we're prepared for you. Don't worry. You're gonna get treated just as well as everybody else did. Don't be afraid. We have some great leaders here. We will be doing a lot of reteaching during the first couple of weeks about how we are going to socially interact with one another, because COVID has kicked us out last March, and it made us hybrid, and there's just been so many strange things that we have lost part of our 9th graders last year, which is our current sophomores. We lost most of this 9th grade year, so it's going to be a lot of getting to know each other. So we're going to spend a lot of time doing that so that we can celebrate that. And you have 4 years here. Try something in activities, athletics, robotics, something, speech, theater, music. Try something.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
I got to tell you, it was spring fling. I felt like spring fling it was the lamest spring fling we've ever done. Because you know, we do that so much better.
Yep.
But I felt like we needed collectively to do something that even, it wasn't as normal as it normally is. But it gave us that feel like, okay, that was a celebration of the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an important thing for us. I also think when you guys sat back down and let the juniors kind of symbolically move over and you guys got released to your leadership role, that was a great moment for me.
That was a good moment.
I think, so those are my two highlights, and they did happen last Friday, and this might be just because of my old brain, but I really felt like we needed that.
Absolutely.
I did. Well, mostly because of how it is. 100%.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Oh man, I just remember there was no formal mentorship thing going on, but Mrs. Shirley Skavnak was my neighboring teacher, and I would go to her with all of my questions, and there was a bunch. And I always felt badly that I was asking her for everything, and she was always very kind, and she would talk me through things that I had. And I just remember first trimester, we did quarters back then, so we had these big report cards that had 4 carbon copy sheets, and you'd tally up the grade, and then you'd write the grade in the box, and then there was a grade for all this academic stuff, and then the social stuff. And then what I didn't know was you don't send the report card home, that you were to tear off one sheet. One sheet, and then the white copy stayed. Mm-hmm. I sent the whole thing home, so I had like 17 conferences on that first night. And Shirley was saying, "Oh yeah, and those darn carbons are, I have to press so hard." Her hand was sore or something like that. And I said, "You tear them off?" And she's like, "You sent all of them home?" And I said, "Yeah, I sent the thing home." And she said, "Oh dear boy." I'll never forget that. "Oh dear boy," she said.
Oh man.
I got them all back.
Oh thank goodness.
I know.
Oh wow.
You don't know what you know until you know,
Yeah, that's, well, yeah,
I was athletic. I feel like I was kind. I was really driven by the social aspect of it. I didn't work that hard in the classroom. I felt like my natural gifts came around English. Loved English. We had French, like that was the foreign language that we did in Ironwood, Michigan. And I dreaded doing it, but I was college bound, so then I waited until my last year to do French. And I loved it, but it was strange because most of the 9th grade kids were taking French because, that was the wave of the future. But yeah, I liked language, English, liked science. I actually loved science. But I was always getting there at the bell, and I was at sports until nighttime, and I wish I had applied myself a little bit more, but I got out of it what I put into it, and some great relationships there, and yeah. So what was I like?
All right.
Fun fact, I'm a member. I was inducted into my high school Activities Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
Probably about 7-8 years ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Originally, okay, I'm gonna just full disclosure because it's just me and you, Ruba. Mm-hmm. I needed to pick a major when I transferred. I played junior college sports up at Mesabi Community College in Virginia, and when I came to St. Cloud, I knew I was going to play football, so I needed to pick a major as I was a junior. Otherwise, they don't let you play football.
Yeah.
So I looked at all the different things. My guidance counselor, Mr. Finko, told me that I would be that I should look into, my aptitude testing and stuff, so that I should look into, teaching, and probably elementary teaching, because that's kind of what it kind of slanted towards. And St. Cloud is a really good teacher school, so
Yeah.
I started to look at that, and I said, you know what, I think I'm going to do this. And the reason I chose elementary over secondary is elementary classes didn't meet on Fridays. So I was having 4-day weeks in college, which freed up my Friday to, you know, if I was traveling for football, you know, sometimes we'd leave on Thursday for Saturday games.
Yeah.
I didn't miss class. I picked up a part-time job. I was able to have that downtime. I could stay up a little later on Thursday nights, and that was fun. And so yeah, I picked it. And then I thought, you know, I'm just probably going to finish this degree and then go back and work construction. And then I started my last year. I started to have field studies and field experiences, so I actually got to go and teach and watch people teach, and I was hooked. I just loved it. It was just like, holy cow, these people that kind of steered me in this direction, they hit the nail on the head there, because, you know, 20 some years I've been doing this.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 30 now. I'm getting to be old, but like I said, I've never had a job in a school that I haven't liked. It's been challenging. It's been fun. I like that, you know, we get to see growth, the challenges. You know, we laugh, we cry, we celebrate successes. You know, it's a good deal. It's good energy.
Absolutely. Very nice. Well, thank you for this.
Thank you.
This is where we shake hands. So.
Have eye contact?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, we're going to do our selfie on camera
yeah,
this
right
time,
here.
because they happen.
They happen. They're real.
They are. Flip. Here's us. Smiling.
Of course.
I look bald in that.
Tilt your head down then.
I think maybe I am getting bald.
Well.